How about the Sour Patch Kids?
I'm on the ice cream.
Sonic Sour Patch Kids Slush Float.
Download the Local 3 News and Weather apps now.
Bring the kids, as far as I'm concerned, around the TV because you're all going to fall in love. I have. Brooke Bourgeois is here with the Pet Placement Center, and she has brought Navi, a 7-year-old happy dog with kind of a sad story to me, Brooke, but I'm glad to see you.
Glad to see you too.
Can I set it up? Can I set up the story?
Absolutely.
She is this lovey dog. And you should see her just jump up and kiss Brooke's face. But she was adopted by a family, and they had her for 5 years, had a life change. She's an indoor dog, part of the family. And this life change hit, and they couldn't keep her. So now she's back looking for a new family to love on her.
She is.
She's a perfect dog.
She is perfect. She's great with children. She's great with other dogs. Housebroken. She needs minimal training. She had spent almost 300 days at the shelter 5 years ago when she was 2 years old, and was adopted into a family, and due to life changes she has been returned. So she's 7 now, but she has a lot of life left in her, and
yeah,
she would make a wonderful companion.
I had a little dog that we adopted from the Humane Society years ago, and I do believe deeply that when you adopt a dog, they love you in a very different way because they know how lucky they are to have your home.
All about second chances, and for a dog like Navi to be, to return to us after so many years, she has acclimated so well. She holds no grudges. Animals are just the most loyal, loving beings.
Yeah, but part of the reason it works at the Pet Placement Center, I'm going to brag on y'all a little bit. See, there she goes getting lovey. Is that y'all know so much what to do to help these dogs and cats have the personalities developed to get adopted again.
We do.
I mean, you love her. It's clear how you love her.
Oh, yeah. We all, staff really kind of relishes in being able to spend a lot of hands-on time with the animals, trying to determine exactly what it is that will make them happy and make them, really appealing for their family.
Okay, so by that you mean that I know you said that with her, she's good with children, she's good with other dogs.
She is.
She really can go almost anywhere.
She can.
But that's not always the case. So you kind of study the dog to then get their own psychological profile.
For sure. And a lot of them do need an acclimation period, to kind of decompress and acclimate to the shelter setting. But, for a dog like Navi, she was pretty easy. We were able to determine pretty quickly what makes her happy. We found a really nice dog at the shelter she spends her days with outside most of the time.
Wow.
They're in a big play yard together, and then they come in at night.
That's great.
They get a ton of enrichment, a ton of it, social interaction and enrichment.
Is that typical for most of the dogs in your care?
Yes.
That's part of your philosophy then?
It is. It's finding what makes the animal most complacent while they're with us. It's a distraction from their circumstances.
Right.
For sure.
I mean, she's getting a little bit sedate right now, and she's always been very manageable, don't get me wrong, but there's been a lot of activity in the studio today. There was food in the studio today. She was great around that. She wasn't jumping.
No.
The only time I saw her jump is when you sat down because she wanted to give you a kiss.
Of course.
So would she have fun in the backyard chasing a ball with kids?
Absolutely. She could stand to lose, a couple pounds. She gets a lot of treats at the shelter, but she's your quintessential family companion dog.
Yeah,
she's wonderful.
In terms of keeping y'all going at the Pet Placement Center, I mean, you can tell obviously it takes a lot of dedication to do what you do. Do y'all rely pretty solely on donation dollars?
Solely donations, for sure. And the majority of animals that we take in, they need full vetting. We provide food, vet care, all of the above, and so we're solely relying on donations.
I know that you can't always help it if a life circumstance happens, but what does it do to a pet that's been used to the love of a home to not have that anymore?
It creates a sense of confusion. They typically they think they're at kind of dog daycare at first, and then they kind of hit a little phase where they get really sad.
You see it happen.
Mm-hmm. And that's when we intervene very quickly to determine what can we do to make them happy while they're with us.
Look how she just sat right down.
Navi, sit. Can you sit for me?
I bragged on her too soon.
Sit. Navi, sit. Can you sit? Good, sit.
Now, when you adopt her, when someone adopts her, first of all, you can't just go in and say, I want Navi, I saw her on TV, because they want to make sure that it's going to be the right fit to prevent this from happening again, too, and to keep you all happy. But do you kind of give them a walkthrough of things that she loves and ways
Absolutely. And another thing that we do a lot in a lot of situations is we'll allow people to do foster to adopt situations.
Oh, really?
Sure. It's kind of like a trial, like extended sleepover to make sure, an animal's a good fit before there's that all-out commitment. And so she would be a great foster or adoption candidate. We'd love to see her just,
She's got a beautiful coat. She reminds me, I don't know if we're close to the same age, but she reminds me of the Our Gang dog with that spot on her face. And then she's got this beautiful, it's not really a brindle coat, but just these little spots on
She's
her.
a little speckled girl.
Yeah, and I don't care. I have a golden retriever at my house and I love her dearly, but when you get a mutt, if you will, mixed breed, they're the best dogs.
They are. They're healthy. They're durable. She's 7.
They're durable.
They are. And she's 7 and she's still living her best life and in, impeccable health.
So to meet her, you have to make an appointment?
Yes. Make an appointment. We respond instantly. And she will be waiting for you.
Okay, and they have so many other pets too at the Pet Placement Center, and I've watched it happen over the years here on the show where people, they would bring on a pet and it was going to be a very specific find to find the right home, and you find it.
Sure.
You never give up because you know the right person's out there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Her name is Navi. If you want to ask for your appointment, 877-0738, petplacementcenter.com. And by the way, if you are in one of those life-changing situations, please don't just put your pet out on the street. We have so many great places here where you can take them to then find a new home to love them just as much.
Absolutely.
We love you, Navi.
Westfield Knife Trading Post is everything under the sun. Huge selection of vanities starting at $2.99. Unfinished